They saw the message. You know it. They went online, swiped away the notification, maybe even smiled faintly, then put the phone aside. They didn't reply. And in the courtroom that instantly forms inside your mind, the gavel has already come down. Careless, rude, selfish. Maybe they're even punishing you on purpose. Their silence isn't situational. It's a flaw in their character, a defect, a moral failing. But when you don't reply, when you leave that message unanswered for hours, the story is completely different. You're busy. You're exhausted. Your phone battery was low. Your head was a mess. You were just about to write back when that damn meeting drained every last bit of your energy. Your silence isn't a character problem. It's a necessary circumstance. When it comes to yourself, you're the defense attorney. When it comes to others, you're the judge. This isn't hypocrisy. It's something far deeper. One of the oldest, most insidious survival games your mind has ever invented. You are the protagonist of your own story, but in everyone else's story, you're just an observer. And this is exactly where the problem begins. You can't see backstage. Science calls this the Fundamental Attribution Error. But let's call it empathy blindness. When you observe someone else's behavior, the only data you have is the moment. The man who bumps into you at the grocery store is a careless jerk. You can't see that he just left the hospital after receiving terrible news. You can't hear the noise inside his head. Your eyes record only the action. He bumped into you. He made a mistake. He's guilty. In your own universe, things are different. You're swimming inside your own context. You know your morning coffee tasted awful. You know you barely slept last night. Your back hurts, and your mind is stuck on an unpaid bill. When you look at your own mistake, you also see the thousands of mitigating factors surrounding it. The reason you're compassionate toward yourself isn't because you're a good person. It's because you have information. And the reason you judge others so harshly isn't because you're a bad person. It's because you lack data. Ignorance is the harshest judge. This mechanism is actually a primitive defensive line. The world is chaotic. People are complex. If you tried to analyze every human behavior through the lens of their past traumas, current emotional states, and environmental pressures, your mind would collapse. The brain loves shortcuts. Saying that man is bad costs far less energy than saying that man is currently under intense socioeconomic pressure and has lost emotional regulation. Labeling is safe. Labeling is fast. When you divide the world into neat boxes, good people and bad people, competent and idiotic, you create a fake sense of order inside chaos. Think about it. That car that cut you off in traffic. You cursed the driver. You said they must have gotten their license from a butcher. In that moment, you believed they were stupid. 5 minutes later, you changed lanes illegally. But you weren't stupid. You were just in a blind spot. Do you see it? The scale is rigged from the start, and you charge the highest price for this error to the people closest to you, your partner, your sibling, your best friend. You code their mistakes as personality traits. You're always like this. You never listen. Always. Never. These words are executioners. They strangle a person's chance to change. There's a vast difference between saying you're messy and you didn't clean the room today. In the first, you judge their existence. In the second, you describe a situation and you hate having your existence judged. Remember that day your voice rose, when you lost control, when your heart was breaking. The person in front of you looked at you and said, You're so aggressive. It burned. You wanted to scream, "I'm not aggressive. I'm wounded. I'm cornered." But no sound came out. Only anger escaped. Being misunderstood is one of the heaviest burdens in the world. And right now, at this very second, you're placing that same burden on others. So what's the solution? To wrap everyone in infinite tolerance? No. That would be naive. Some people truly are harmful. Some behaviors are unacceptable. But you must understand the difference between judgment and assessment. The magic word is maybe. When the message doesn't come, when the car cuts you off, when someone treats you coldly. Before that automatic judge climbs the bench in your mind, interrupt it with a single word: maybe. Maybe they're having a terrible day. Maybe they're carrying a pain they can't manage. Maybe they're fighting a battle I can't see. This doesn't justify them. It doesn't require forgiveness. It simply frees you. It releases you from the sticky, toxic grip of anger. It allows you to see their behavior not as a personal attack, but as a random event of the universe, like weather. You don't get angry at rain. You open an umbrella. When you stop raging at people's inner storms, you don't surrender. You prepare. Offer, from time to time, that relentless legal defense you give yourself to others as well. Just as you recognize the complex, fearful, exhausted child inside you, try to see the child inside the sullen cashier, the shouting boss, the silent partner. Because in the end, we are all fragments of the same tragedy, all trapped inside our own skulls, trying to make sense of the outside world, often wrong, often afraid, and simply wanting to be loved. You may not be able to lighten someone else's load, but you can choose not to add the heavy stone called judgment on top of it. Compassion is not a charity you give to others. It is the breathing space you allow yourself. Seeing others as they are is the only way to accept yourself as you are. Otherwise, in the perfect, flawless, and utterly lonely world you create, you'll rot away arguing with your own echo.